Welcome to Explorium TV. My name is Obiambo Frederick and I am your host for Academania. Academania is a program that we explore the field of education. We talk about the ugly and the beautiful side of education. We talk about some of the most amazing experiences when it comes to education. And therefore, if you are an educator, a student, or a teacher who is quite interested on what goes on in the education panel, then this is the best podcast for you. I'll be hosting a various number of guests for this show, of which I will be starting with some who love education, who enjoy doing what they do when it comes to the field of education. We'll be exploring some of the most amazing stories when it comes to learning. We'll be interviewing, we'll be talking, we'll be having candid talks with some of the most amazing people in this country. Professors, some learners who really enjoy the field of studies that they are taking. Some people who have gone through the education system within this nation and have come out frustrated. We'll be talking to them. Some of the people who really enjoy what they are doing, who have gone through the education system in this country and really appreciate the value of education. We'll also be exploring some of the unique yet recognized education systems within our country, especially the homeschooling education system, where learners learn from home. Is it worth it, education? Is it really the key to success? Welcome, Gabriel Ilie Abuto, to Academania session. We have a lot to discuss, man.
Yeah.
All right, the last time I saw you, you were doing something very amazing, right?
Yeah.
First of all, which grade are you in?
I'm in grade 6.
You're in grade 6.
Why?
Where do you school?
I do homeschooling.
You do homeschooling?
Yeah.
So who are your teachers when it comes to homeschooling?
My parents and my brother.
Your parents and your brother?
Yeah.
Did they also go through the same system?
Only my brother.
Only your brother went through the same system. So when it comes to homeschooling, what are some of the subjects that you learn there?
Science, history, Bible study, yeah.
Languages?
Yeah.
Literature, that is, right?
Literature.
You also do some art?
Huh?
Do you also do some art?
No.
Oh, you don't do some art. All right. So
but there are activities.
There are activities where you engage the artistical part of you.
Yeah, but mostly science.
Mostly
activities.
It is science that has the most fun activities. Eh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that, my mind tells me that your favorite is science. Eh?
Yeah.
What are some of the lessons that you are learning currently that you want to share with us?
I was studying making renewable electricity, like windmills, hydroelectric dams, solar power. Yeah.
So that is within your curriculum, which you've been studying on, eh?
Yeah.
So is it really what prompted you to start working on your mega project?
Yeah.
I know the viewers are wondering and they're asking themselves, what is this mega project that I'm talking about? That mega project is going to come back to us. Ilie Abuto is going to give us that mega project and its breakdown in just a moment. So, tell us more about this mega project that you heard.
So, I'm designing a water-powered car. Yeah, that's basically it. You fuel it with water. It uses electrolysis to separate water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then the hydrogen will go to a hydrogen engine, and then so it's mostly a hydrogen car, but now you fill it with water. Yeah.
So you are thinking of designing a car that we don't have to go to the filling stations to fill our cars.
You kind of need to.
We kind of need to go still to the filling station.
Engine oil.
Of course, for the maintenance purposes. But when it comes to fuel, I don't need to go there. I just need to get some water from my house and then I just fill it.
It's not that simple.
Okay, then tell us more.
You need HH plus.
So what's that HH plus?
It's chemicals that it's mostly an electrolysis accelerator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
chemicals that accelerate the process of electrolysis.
Yeah.
I believe I've spoken like a scientist there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are chemicals, you say that HH plus is chemicals that accelerate the electrolysis process.
Yeah.
So how is that going to be effective in your car?
It's going to make it quicker to get hydrogen, because you don't want to be driving and then the car just shuts down because the engine isn't running, but you have full tank. Yeah.
Your full tank of water?
Yeah.
And the engine is not running.
Yeah.
That would be very devastating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the reason as to why you want to incorporate a HH plus, which you've said is an electrolysis accelerator.
Yeah.
So where did you get this chemistry background from? I mean, your project is going to really involve a lot of chemistry work, right?
Yeah.
So where did you get this background from?
So it's a little bit of the curriculum and then mostly Google. Mostly Google. Yeah.
So you do a lot of reading when it comes to this project.
Yeah.
You go back to your curriculum, which gives you the guidelines. And then, of course, you do some research when it comes to when you do some research online to back up your project.
Yeah.
All right. So tell me more about this design. You know, you've talked about it's going to be fueled by water
with HH plus.
Which has you incorporate HH plus within your system. But do you have a rough design of what you want?
Yeah.
And how will it all get converted once you fuel it with water? How will it then finally drive your car?
So it has a tank stored with water, and then it will flow into a separation chamber, and then it will separate it into oxygen and hydrogen, and then the hydrogen will go to the engine. Some of it you can store it for your own purposes, and then the oxygen you can store it in a tank, and then instead it will just bring air in.
So the oxygen that it will emit is probably pure oxygen.
Yeah.
Which will be stored in some tank.
Yeah, you can go sell it or you can use it.
You can go sell it or you can use it. Yeah. Yeah, and by the way, there are hospitals which will really be in appreciation of that oxygen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because oxygen is life saving. So you can convert it. So you're not only driving your dream car, but you're also making a living out of driving your dream car.
Yeah.
How amazing. Has this ever worked elsewhere? You've done a lot of literature research on this.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Someone has made a generator that uses this method to create electricity.
Yeah. A generator that uses this method?
Yeah.
I think I need to lay my hands on one of these generators so that I can power my building. You know, back in the village, we rarely find electricity, so most of the people depend on generators. And if you find those who are advanced,
the problem with
so is it possible to lay my hands on these generators? Are they there in the shops?
Not really.
Oh, that would be so.
But you can build them.
They can build them.
Yeah.
Tell us how.
Mostly, there's also a video on YouTube on how to build it. It will explain better than me.
So it's sending us back to YouTube so that we can go and look at whatever it's talking about. Is this also going to be on YouTube?
Yeah, I plan on, after I test it, like I design it and build most of the system. Then I can put it on YouTube so people can believe me because I have proof.
Of course, you're going to have the proof.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Gabriel Ilie, and he's still sharing with us some of the most amazing things that I love when it comes to his academic journey. And one of the things that he's telling us right now is that he's working on building an engine. Of course, it is. You said it's a hydrogen engine, right?
Yeah.
A hydrogen-powered engine of a car that you will not need to go to the petrol stations to fill it. You just need to have water because the HH Plus, I believe, is going to be incorporated within the car. So when I buy the car, it's there. My work is only to fuel it with water.
No.
Oh, man. Then tell us more.
It won't come with the car, but you need to fuel it. That's why I still need to build fuel stations for the HH plus, because some people don't.
I know your mind, your business oriented mind. After building the car, of course, there is need to. That's a very good idea. To those investors out there, this is an upcoming scientist who is thinking of building. A scientist and a businessman who is thinking of building a car that will refuel using water. And he's saying, when it comes to HH plus, you have to go and get it. You can use your water, yes, but you have to get the HH plus from his company. If you succeed in coming up with this company, what would you name it? Have you thought of a rough name for your company? Or maybe we should discuss that to some people, right? Until when it is ready. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is my beautiful conversation of how education is helping this young man in meeting or achieving his dreams. He's young. He's in grade 6, but he has a lot of ideas and a lot of thoughts that he wants to put into practice. If you are listening out there and you have a better way of helping this young man, if you are listening out there and you have a way of coming in supporting him, if you're listening out there and you have such kinds of interests, then please feel free to contact us on the undersigned address, that we may reach out to you and find ways of bringing you into the program or attaching you to this young man, Gabriel Ilie, so that you can support him. He also has a YouTube channel, right, where he's doing a lot of his sciencing things. He's doing a lot of his engineering work, right? You want to become an engineer in future?
Of course,
he wants to become an engineer. So he also has a YouTube channel in which he puts up everything that he's doing. I would like to encourage you to visit it, or you can send your child to visit it so that they can also get the motivation when it comes to education. Education indeed is the key to success for this young man, and is pursuing his goals through education.